Hello and welcome to a slightly new slash slightly different style of video, at least for me anyway. So I used to do album reactions and reviews all as one video, but I wanted to try something a little bit different this time around, just to kind of take the pressure off the first time hearing the album and making sure that I still have a place to yap about each song individually and the album as a whole and things like that. And so the very first rendition of this style of video, of course, as you can tell from the title, is for Sabrina Carpenter's Man's Best Friend album that came out on August 29th. And I was able to rope my best friend Missy into coming back onto the channel to do this with me. Did not scare her after Stray Kids DC. So thank you, Missy, for joining me and doing this. I had so much fun. Definitely let us know your thoughts on the album as a whole, your thoughts on each song individually, your ranking, everything. We want to know what you think, and I will pass you over to our little yap sesh. Don't worry about it, but if you want to introduce yourself and your credentials as a carpenter, feel free. You don't have
Uh,
to.
I feel like it's like, hi, I'm Missy. I've been a carpet for far too long. Like, unfortunately, I know all about thumbs, and Sabrina would like us to forget about that. So,
Yes, well, you've been a carpenter, whatever, for longer than me, but you helped me get into Sabrina a lot. I unfortunately am a nonsense outro era carpenter, but hey, I know decode and opposite and was able to sing along on the tour, so
that's all that's important, honestly. Emails I Can't Send is such a good era. So,
what a great album, honestly. Nonsense really hooked me in, but then all the other songs, I was like, hold on.
okay, I think I'm good.
Okay. Do you want to start? I don't know. How are we doing it? Like overall or song by song?
Do we want to do like an overall feeling first and then go song by song?
Sure.
Or I
Sure.
don't know. I can go first. I think that like with the album, I listened to it at midnight at first, so it was like a
Airing.
very I was very like tired listening to it at first. So I think the first time around, I didn't really pay attention to anything except for thinking this is like the sonic cohesion I feel like a lot of people were thinking we were going to get on Short and Sweet. And although I love Short and Sweet, I don't think it was like as consistent as this album is. It
Yeah.
just felt like you were listening to an entire like story unravel throughout the entire thing, like very much similar vibes song to song. It just felt like it made sense to me.
Sure.
But it took a couple of times for me to get back and like actually, like I think you said too, like listening to the lyrics and hearing all of the weird and funny things that she was saying throughout it. Like you miss a lot when you're first listening to it because she's so witty, that it just kind of comes naturally. But one of the big things too for me was the production. I think that they did like a lot of fun things with it too, of the whips, the sounds,
Yes.
the
Mhm.
different like things that connected song to song. Really feels like a very much like a Jack Antonoff production to me, for sure. Like I understood that every little thing had a purpose and
Yeah.
everything that he was doing was for a reason. So I felt like I was listening to like all of the little like instrumentals in the background too to see what they were doing, the glass crashing, the
Yeah.
whips,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely miss like a ton of those like little things like the glass breaking. Didn't notice it until somebody pointed it out. Um
Mm.
I don't forget, was it Twitter or TikTok? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, I definitely agree. And I was kind of keeping track of what some of the people who went to the listening parties had said.
Mm.
They weren't supposed to spoil things about the album. They were told not to. But some people could not keep quiet, and I bookmarked those tweets. And there was one person that said, like, Sabrina really emphasized, like, you need to listen to the album in order, at least the first time you hear it. And like, I agree with you. It's like super cohesive. I feel like a lot of the songs run into each other really well. And they just like flow into each other so perfectly. And I feel like definitely there is like some sort of kind of story arc that we're going through. I don't know if my interpretation of that is correct, but I hypothesize something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, like for me, like my first listen, I always struggle, as you know, with like trying to hear what the lyrics are. So I was just like laser focused and like really trying hard to like focus on it. I did not stay up to listen to it like at midnight. because
That's totally fair.
I don't feel that way. But when did I listen to it? I think I listened to it like late in the afternoon, like almost at nighttime the next day after it came out because we were busy going on a side quest to try and find Chan. So I was also tired, but I was just like, okay, what is she saying? And I feel like I got a lot of the lyrics, but then some of them I'm still working on those.
Mhm.
Let me check my notes. Also, I'm like playing around. I want to have a side by side. I don't know how to do that. Really? I definitely needed to let the album like marinate. Absolutely. Like I
Mhm.
needed to listen to it like a bunch of times. And I've been seeing a lot of discourse about like people trying to make up their mind on it after like one listen and just being like, ugh, I don't like it. Like, whatever. It's like, okay, give it a second. Like, you notice so many different things that are going on in every single song, like vocals that you didn't hear the first time. You're gonna hear those, you know, the second, third, fourth time, like the glass breaking, the whip sounds in
So funny.
Nobody's Son and the one right after. Why am I forgetting what it's called?
Is it Never Getting Laid?
Yes, like the whip sounds are in both of those songs, and I didn't realize it at first. I was like, hold on. And I also thought the whip sounds were only in that one little part of Nobody's Son, but it's in like the whole song.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
And I feel like a lot of people forget, especially if they're new fans of Sabrina, that like they came into the last album with like a bang. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the singles last time around before the album even came out were huge. And
Hmm.
people were expecting like just I think they were really excited and expecting the world out of this first album. And I honestly think if you aren't like a huge fan of her, I wouldn't be surprised if you were really like enjoyed the short and sweet on its first listen because everybody was on that hype train. Everybody was
Yeah.
really excited to hear what she was going to do with the full album. And I think that a lot of people, I ranted about this elsewhere too, but like people expected her to like change her entire sound again. I really do think people did. And so when she was doing very similar like work that made sense and was like true to her, but also kind of what was working well for her, people were upset and that confused me because I was like, you guys liked it the first time, so what's happening this time around? But I think it's partially what you're saying of like the first time they listened to it, they expected to immediately love it, and they weren't coming into it in the same way as it has in the past. And so I've noticed already people backtracking that have been talking about it on TikTok, saying like maybe I just need two or three more listens, and I'm like, yes, let
You did.
album marinate. That's okay.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a whole like body of work. Like you're not gonna know exactly how you feel about it just with like one listen. And also, I know for me at least, like the way that I'm feeling in the moment when I listen to an album can drastically change how I feel about it at first. Like I'm trying to remember what Stray Kids album it was, and it sucks because it's like memorialized forever on the internet when I was doing the album reaction for it. But like I was in such a bad mood when I was listening to one of their albums that it like really, I feel like tainted my first listen. I think I was just like so annoyed by the time I got to doing the reaction for it that I was just like, I don't care. Like I feel like I don't have anything to say. Like, I'm annoyed. And then it ended up making me not like the album. But then more listens, I was like, wait, and more sleep before listens. I was like, hold on, actually, I have a lot more to say now, but it was too late for like the video purposes and stuff like that. So, yeah, like it's not, you're not going to know like how you feel about a song or a whole album like right away. Like you need to like really take that time. And especially with all the wordplay, like some of that was like I didn't catch it at first, and some I think I just sent you a tweet. One of the lines that took me a second to realize is in House Tour when she said, "I've got some Chips Ahoy if you're hungry." I didn't realize
So
at
funny.
first what she was referencing, and then I was like, "Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it." So like, yeah, like you need that time to like really like discover those little pieces. So, and she's
Mhm.
genius. Like she's so witty. Like it's crazy.
Right.
Like her mind is insane, honestly.
And I feel like you said with Stray Kids, like Maxident, I remember that album rollout.
I think it was.
Um, was that what you're talking about?
Is that the one that Three Racha the song is on? I can't.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, it was that one. It was Maximum.
I remember a lot of people, not just you, saying very similar, like, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know, like, what's going on. This feels like very different for them, which is really funny to think about with Stray Kids, not to get us derailed, but like,
I
they're
know.
always like that.
They're
Come
right
on.
there. Oh, okay. Whatever. Fine.
But a lot of them were expecting, like, I don't know, the last album rollout and what they had heard then. And like a lot of times I think people just feel the need to like be a part of the group and want to talk about things right away. But a lot of times people don't even understand that like a lot of the music journalists that talk about it day of got like early
Earlier
access to the music. And so they've been sitting with it for maybe like a week or more before writing about it.
Oh,
And so their perfect opinions are just like so much different than what we can come up with on the spot, right? And so
yeah.
I'm like, you don't have to think like because everybody on Billboard is talking about it already that you have to have their perfect opinion on that.
Yeah, or even the
Um,
same opinion either.
yeah. And it could be like a year later you realize I like that album a lot more than I did before.
Yeah, and that has happened like plenty of times with me. Like there's some songs on like some albums just in general where I'm like, yeah, it's not really like my favorite, but then like maybe like a year, even a few months later down the line I'm listening to it and I'm like, hold on. Not give this song its flowers enough at first. Like, why have I been skipping over this song so much? So, yeah,
Mhm.
just everybody take your time. Take your time with
Yes.
albums. It's
Give her a second. Give her
okay.
a second.
Yes. Yes. I feel like just with the instrumentals, I feel like, I mean, I could be off base with this. I don't know. You can let me know. But I feel like I was hearing some of the sounds that she did on like earlier albums, like singular type vibes, and like blending it with some of the more recent stuff, like
Mm.
sweet, like nonsense, not nonsense, emails I can't send era, like kind of blending those eras together. Like I know people have been asking for Brina back. I feel like we got her back in a couple songs, like
Yes.
Sugar Talking.
Hmm.
I feel like
Hmm.
definitely When Did You Get Hot? Is that considered Brina? I don't know.
I personally, as the number one stan of that song, I feel like that is R&B, R&B Brina coming back like 100%. I think that now that she's comfortable, she's getting more fans to listen to her consistently. I think we're going to probably see her sifting back through of like what she really enjoys. And like anybody who's listened to her forever knows her influences are very much all over the place, right? She loves a Beyonce. She loves loves like old R&B. She loves soul music, but she also really loves ABBA. She really loves the dramatics. She really loves like 80s synthy punk, like pop. So I feel like we were able to see like both of the influences that I've seen like through all of the other albums that we've had.
Yeah.
Um intertwined like you like I agree with you a lot where like it sifts there's little like
Uh,
specks and I'm like is she hinting at potentially going back to some specific sounds later like all these people who are saying that they now miss emails I can't send are gonna be really excited because she's gonna go back to that a little bit too but I definitely think that I agree with you there was some R and Brina in there for sure.
I like clocked it like right away, especially with Sugar Talking. I love that song. Oh my God. I think that's my favorite off the album to like jump ahead a little bit. Um,
Yes.
just cannot like I can't get enough of it. It's so good. And just like the vocals and all the layered vocals everywhere. I talk
Mm-hmm.
about this like in every album reaction, every music video reaction ever. If there's layered vocals, I'm gonna love it. And it's like every single song. Like,
I will say that that is like not to put him on a high horse or anything, but I saw Bleachers earlier this summer, and this just reminds me so much of how much Jack Antonoff loves a layered vocal. He really, really does.
well, thank
And and thank goodness, because she has the perfect voice for those layered vocals. I think a lot of people think she has this very like she does like a sultry tone, like a lower tone, but she can hit those falsettos. She can hit high notes really, really easily. And she can do like a bunch of different like riffs and things like that as well.
yeah.
I think that this allowed people to see kind of like a little bit more of the depth of her vocal in that way too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally, totally agree. I don't know if I want to get into like my hypothesis of like the story that we're going through. I don't know. Because I also feel like it doesn't quite make sense, but it's okay. When does anything ever make sense?
Um, say it anyway, by the way.
Okay. So I wrote this a few days ago, like while I was listening to it. I think maybe the second time, so who knows? But I wrote that I feel like Man-Child through Never Getting Laid is kind of like describing the back and forth of either if she's singing about a particular guy or just kind of
Mhm.
thinking in general about experiences with men. Kind of that back and forth that he's putting her through, slash the back and forth that men generally put women through. Kind of like the back and forth that she's describing in We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night, that sort of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's like that tumultuous kind of time, and then Nobody's Son and Never Getting Laid are like the immediate aftermath of like the breakup.
Mhm.
And then When Did You Get Hot to Goodbye is like they've broken up for good, and now she's kind of having fun, just like going out with whoever, like especially with Go Go Juice, like ain't nobody safe when
And
I'm
house
on
tour?
and have
Hello?
work. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's kind of the and like she's just kind of like, okay, free, whatever, who cares? Like, yeah, sure, goodbye to you. Just gonna have fun, with myself and other people. I don't care, that sort of thing. I don't know if that is off base, but I'm sure someone will let me know.
I feel like that makes a lot of sense to me too, because I was curious the first time I listened through it. I'm like, am I sad? Am I happy? What's going on here? I don't really know. Like I all I know is she's definitely like talking about certain people in her life, like definitely playing with the language of the names. And I don't remember what song was that. Was that
Go-Go
Nobody's
Juice?
Son or Go Go Juice, where she has those three different names that
Yeah.
pop up,
The names
and
that write the
obviously.
villain, if I'm feeling that way.
And I think I at least, yeah, I think I know exactly who that might be indicating. Um, but I was expecting a breakup album, and I don't feel like this is a breakup album. I feel like there's some sadness in some of the lyricism, but I feel like it's focused on herself. Like the sadness that comes internally from trusting someone, caring for someone. I really like don't feel like she puts a lot of emphasis on the man himself and like what he for sure did.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there was anything that was basically saying like he cheated, this is terrible, like very specific
Yeah.
explainers.
Like
It's more
Coincidence from Short and Sweet, or
Mhm.
like, some of the other ones. Yeah.
Or like emails I can't send,
Yeah.
and like that entire album. But I feel like those you could tell like she was so heartbroken and she was giving us like more information about what was happening a la Taylor Swift. Like it was very much this guy fucked me over. You can bleep me if you need
Okay.
to. Um, but I'm gonna tell you what happened really
Yeah.
quick. Here I felt like it was more poking fun at all of it being like an intentional, like we broke up. Something happened. Do we
I'm
really
not
know
gonna tell
exactly
you.
what? No, but I'm angry about it. And I'm going to explain why I'm angry about it. Um, and then I'm going to do, like you said, I'm going to do me. I'm going to go out and do what I want. And it felt, it didn't feel angry necessarily. It felt more vindictive in a
Oh,
good
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Like, like a, I'm taking charge of the narrative kind of vibe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like Never Getting Laid, like that's the entire vibe.
Yes. Yes. Like, like I just feel like she's saying, okay, that happened and we're done and now I'm gonna do what I need to do, kind of thing. There's little sad moments here and there, which I just think showcases the roller coaster of emotions you go through, but not necessarily like a sad album, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like a very, very fun, lighthearted album. Just in like the general sounds. Like I don't think there's not too many like slower songs. I feel like the slowest song is probably Sugar Talking, and then everything else is
Mhm.
like kind of like fun or like super upbeat. And I know some people had mentioned that she had said during the listening parties that like she doesn't like to do like too many super slow like ballady type songs, and maybe that was like too many in a row or just too many in general.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm enjoying everything, so
Well, I found it interesting. Someone said the other day that they were like, I think that Sabrina Carpenter fans need to realize like we've never expected like high level lyricism from her. And I was like, pause. No. Somebody who's been here for a really long time. I disagree. And everybody, like, I think you sent me the tweet too of like the Julia Michaels of it all, which
Oh,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong, extremely talented songwriter. And emails I can't send is that girl. We
Mm,
know. But just because she's having fun doesn't mean the lyrics are bad.
yeah.
I think that's what people forget is like it doesn't have to be a depressing song that you like can scream out and get angry about like most of emails I can't send to be a good song. And that does not mean she's a bad lyricist because it's poking fun, it's tongue in cheek. It's not bad because you're not getting like like anthemic like angry vocals, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, and I was seeing some people saying that like the lyrics in this album are like way too literal. Um, which I was like, "O- okay." But also like I feel like sometimes like if other artists try and do like the witty kind of joking around in the lyrics like Sabrina does, sometimes it feels like kind of forced, but I feel like it really takes something to do like a whole album where like every single song has that sort of element in it and not have it feel like super forced. At least in my
Mhm.
opinion. I don't feel like it feels forced. Maybe it's just because I'm used to her and that's how she writes her songs and that's just like her humor, but like it just flows like so effortlessly to the point where it's like it like we were saying before, it takes you a second to like realize, "Oh my God, that's the joke that she's making," or "Oh my God, that's what she just said." Like I don't know. Like I feel like that take something special and they like it makes it like makes the lyrics good because
Right.
they're making you think and they're taking you a second to like really hear what she's saying. So, I don't know.
And I think she's just being honest, you know, like I think is not to get too parasocial, but like that's how she talks in interviews. Like she is very much a no nonsense person, very much like I'm going to speak my mind even if it comes out a little bit awkward or corny or goofy. Like that's just who she's come off of with her like professional personality.
Yeah.
Um which is why I always thought it was so funny with like the people that she chose for opening acts. She had a very like intentionally sensual opening act for her last record cycle and everybody was confused why that happened and I was like she's very unserious. This makes a lot of sense to me. Like
Yeah.
she is a big fan of Doja Cat. She's a big fan of like very like I don't know, unabashedly themselves, like people who are unabashedly themselves. So, I'm very interested to see like where she goes with that kind of lyricism moving forward, or if she's going to feel some type of way because of the reception that this one got to peel that back a little bit.
I know. Well, we'll have to see what happens, but
Yeah.
if she tours with this album, Ticketmaster, please let us in.
Please, I need to win the war this time.
Please. Oh my gosh, I'm still so sad we're not seeing her in November.
Me too, especially because Olivia Dean is opening for her now, and I just started listening to her, and I'm like, to see
Darn.
her, but I won't let us spiral into that again.
Bummer. I know. Like I just now I'm like, oh, I need to check Ticketmaster and see what those resale prices are like, but I don't. I can't. I can't.
I did look the other
Oh, are they
day.
bad?
They're bad. They're
Okay.
so bad. They're still like $700 for like one in 200 level.
Got it. So we're not gonna go to New York to see Sabrina.
It's like sick. No, no worry. No worries. No worries for sure. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, it's really great and awesome. Yeah, I think that was everything question mark about the album just in general. Wait, I forgot something. I wrote, even though I don't relate to most of the songs, because when have I ever been in a relationship? Never. Like it's still like so fun to just like sing along and like feel that confidence like through Sabrina and her lyrics and stuff like that, which makes it like even more enjoyable for me. Like even some of the ones where it took me kind of a second at first and I wasn't super sure about them, I'm feeling it now, and that comes with the more listens. So
I
everyone
agree.
watching, give it some time. Give every album some time. Your mind will change.
Yes. Let her cook. Let her cook.
Exactly. Exactly. She's got to marinate first before she can cook, you know? Oh, no,
Hmm.
so bad. Okay. Do you want to go through every song? I don't know. I don't know if that's like
Yes.
overkill.
I mean, we can start going and see how we feel about it. And maybe if it's like feeling like too, or we don't have a ton to say about everything, I think that's also okay. Like,
Yeah. So, Man-Child, do you remember what you thought about it when you first listened? Oh, my free meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Well, now we know. Do we want to do the next 10 minutes or how do you want to do that? Just go through the next 10 and then figure out when it closes us off and do another one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
And it has a timer now, so I can see exactly how much time we have left. So I can say like, okay, hold on, we need to stop. And then we,
Okay.
okay.
Perfect. It's hard for me to remember fully what I was thinking like when I first heard it because it's been a minute now. But my thought was, oh, are we gonna at first I was like, oh, are we gonna do like a Western album? Like
Yeah.
what's going on here? I was a little like confused on the aesthetic at first. I didn't know what to expect. Um, but I did think that this was like a perfect choice for like a single because I think the things that work really well for Sabrina currently for the general public and I think for her fans too are those really like intense songs where she has those zingers like what she starts it with your phone was broken, just forgot to charge it. And I was like, oh, she's gonna write like she's gonna destroy this man's life
Yep.
all throughout these lyrics. And so I was like, oh, this is gonna be a fun one to like see on TikTok and all that kind of stuff too.
I mean, I feel the same. Like it's hard to remember exactly what I was thinking when I first listened to the song, and obviously I didn't write my thoughts down like I did for the rest of the album, but this one took me a second to like really get into, but I think part of that was also like I was watching the music video at the same time, which
Mhm.
always for me, which is crazy because I'm literally a reaction channel, like for the most part. Um, like it's so hard to like focus on everything, so I feel like I wasn't sure about the song because I was also kind of confused by what was happening in the music video. So it just
Yeah.
made me like confused about the song itself. But I love doing the dance. Ever since I
Mm-hmm.
learned it, that's so fun. But yeah, obviously it's very catchy. Like I was just listening to it like multiple times a day. And I think this was also, like you were saying, a good like first single to release as like a little preview of what the rest of the album is gonna kind of be like. I think lyrically is a good preview, but maybe not
Hmm.
necessarily sound wise. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not all
Agree.
like country-ish kind of sounding.
Yeah, I was kind of like, is this going to be like a Western concept album? Like, is it going to be super Western themed? Because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to handle that because I used to, but I don't listen to a ton of country music anymore or like Western style music. So I'm like, but the vibe of it was still like poppy enough for it to make sense to me too. Like the chorus and then like um what is it, the bridge. I felt like they were both a little bit more vibrant to me than like the verses. So I was like, okay, like this has a catchy hook. This is something that people can dance to. Then I saw the dance on
Yeah.
TikTok and I was like, okay, I can handle this. Like this is cute. This is fun. But it made me really think like I thought we were gonna get another really big feature on this album when I actually heard this one because I was like, are we going to get some kind of country collaboration again? Um,
Hmm.
because this opens the doors to like some potential things there too. So my brain was going like a million miles a minute of like, is she going to move forward with this country vibe? Are we going to have country artists? Who's she going to pick? And then I was just thinking about
Yeah.
all of that too.
Well, I feel
We
like
didn't.
in the times in the time that I've been a fan of her, deluxe albums happen. So who knows? Or maybe she was
Mhm.
just feeling inspired after working with Dolly on
That's true
Please
too.
Please and was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep going in this vein a little bit and then see where it goes. But who knows? Maybe we could.
I think
Potentially.
who's ghost.
Okay. Tears. Thoughts on
Oh my
that one?
God.
First thoughts on that one.
So I watched the music video first,
Okay.
and when I saw the trailer, I was like, what is gonna happen here? And I feel like I feel silly now thinking about it because the Rocky Horror aspect was right there in my face. And then I watched the full music video and there were drag queens in it, I was like, well, duh. Yes, yes. Like it made all the sense, like with the very dramatic opening, the creepy house in the background, and just like I don't know, like the vibey music. I was like, hmm. what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
But at first I was like, oh, is this all that the music video is going to be, like her dancing around with drag queens? Coleman Domingo, amazing. I was so shocked to see him in this, but I I think that that's kind of the vibe that I picked up was like I still don't understand how it really connects with the lyrics. I think
I
that
know.
that's the big thing that I still think because the man was only at the end.
Yeah.
And the song is very much about the kind of about the man. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I felt like it was hard for me to connect the two at first, but I really like the song.
Yeah, I purposely didn't want to watch the video to hear that song for the first time because I was like, well, I want to listen in order, so I need to listen to Man Child first and then just I wanted to let everything like run through. Um,
Hmm.
and that is my favorite way to listen to an album, by the way, is in order. Like it's put that way for a reason. Like, come on, guys. Um, but this one, I wasn't 100% sure about it at first. It's definitely taken me a lot more listens to like really get used to it, but also just like I can't play this for my mom. This is the one song that like I will not play in the car with her. Oh, sorry for all the cat hair blowing around. My God. But yeah,
I
like
know that vibe.
I will not. I don't want to play this one.
Yeah, when you said I was thinking about listening to it in the car with my mom. I was like, do not, hey, don't do that, by the
No,
way.
no. She's heard everything else, just not Tears. And some of the lyrics, she was just like, "Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if I heard that correctly, but I did." It was the lyric from Never Getting Laid, I think, where she was saying using your lips on a girl with big tits. She heard that one and she was like, "Oh, okay." And that song, just we're derailing the whole thing.
That's
They were
okay.
playing that song at the escape room yesterday, just in the lobby.
That's
And I was like, "That's crazy."
that is wild.
That song. I mean, like we were the only people there and I was vibing because obviously, hello, it's Sabrina. Duh.
Mhm.
But that's a crazy song to play in like a public place where like sometimes kids will be there, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Yeah, that's also very true.
So that was interesting, but whatever, it's fine. I'm trying to think if I had anything else that I wanted to say about Tears. It's growing on me for sure.
Mhm.
Some of the lyrics are a little bit much for me, but I have the jokes referencing this song, so it's growing on me for sure. Um, Anything else you want to say about Tears or?
Um, I don't think so. I think that it's fun. It's tongue in cheek, like Sabrina always is a little bit. I am very interested to see what the stage production for this song looks like.
Yeah.
Um, what her dancing will look like for this and those kinds of things I'm really interested in because I do feel like we got a little bit of a taste of that like in the dance break in the
Yes.
music video. So I'm like, I want to see more.
Yes, I thought that was so cute that she included that like in the song. I was like, ah, yes, okay, excellent.
So
It
cute.
made me more excited to like see it in the video too. And
Mhm.
we just found out, obviously, they're changing the endings on the music video,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I'm curious, like you said, I really want to know if that means that they're going to hint at what the next track that's going to have a music video will be, because that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, it would. I feel like I've seen some people saying, "Oh, we're definitely getting that house tour music video," just from some of the pictures. Could you imagine?
Be so fun. I feel like that one would like the visuals would go wild. I would love to see that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like with all the like jokes and stuff in those lyrics and like talking about like the wax floor and the comfy couch and all of that good stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. So that would be fun. I would like that.
Fingers crossed. That would be so fun.
I know. I feel like we're getting at least one or two more music videos just based on previous eras. Yeah, My Man on Willpower. Thoughts?
Um, this title confused me so much when I saw it. I was like, what does that mean? My man on willpower? My man's willpower? What my man on willpower? I don't know. I'm still like trying to like think through that in my head. I do think that this one is going to be a track that has to grow on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, I really don't honestly know why. I just feel like I don't go back to it as often. The
Yeah.
lyrics are still really interesting. Um, they feel a little bit like push and pull. Um, And so I felt like if we were thinking in the way that you are thinking of the storyline, this is when like I feel like Resolve is starting to get undone a little bit. Like they're starting to like have some intense moments, some heated conversations. Like he wants me not. This is
Yeah.
kind of like a rubber band of what's going on here. But I felt like the production was a little like low energy to me. But I also think that I've gone back to it a couple times, and I think it's just one that's gonna have to grow on me a little bit. But
Yeah. I think I would say the same for me. Like I like it, but yeah, this one I feel like I'm not reaching for as much. And I didn't know what to think about it at first either. I don't have like a ton of stuff written down. I have like, oh, this intro, I clearly like that. And I these lyrics are killing me. Remember what I heard before I wrote that. That's always the fun part of like looking back at these and trying to figure out what was I referencing. Like unless it's very explicit, like a certain lyric in particular, sometimes it's like, oh, what was I even talking about? Like I don't know. Um
there
uh
was one lyric I did really like, that was my man's in touch with his emotions. My man won't touch me
yes.
with a 20-foot pole. And I
Yep.
was like, "Ooh."
Yeah,
Delete him, get him out of there.
I
Like,
know. Take that pole and shove him out of your life. Like
literally,
I
just
had
like the
that
shoe.
one written down as well. I had my man won't touch me with a 20-foot pole. I'm dying written down. I just like the way that she says it, and I just wasn't expecting it. Like when I was listening to the song the first time, and it just made me laugh, like hearing that. But I wrote in all caps, "Oh, these harmonies and layered vocals" with a bunch of question marks afterwards because there's so much of it in. I mean, every song, like we said before, but definitely in this one. And sometimes that makes it hard to hear some of the lyrics for me, even though like it
Mm.
sounds good, but I'm like, what are you saying? I can't hear you. But yeah, I think this one, I don't go back to it as much as some of the others for sure. So I think we're
Mm.
in the same boat there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Sugar talking.
I know you have a lot to say. Why don't you start?
Do. I don't have a lot written down, but I wrote, "Ooh, is this a slow one?" Because I was not expecting it. Like, especially after seeing
Mm.
those tweets of like, she doesn't like to have a lot of like super slow songs. And I feel like some of the intros of the instrumentals of some of the songs like faked me out, and I thought they were going to be slow, and then they were not slow at
Mm.
all. But this one was a slower one, and I do appreciate it. I think it is my favorite song, like I said before. Yeah, I was just writing, oh, I love this one. I like how it sounds from the intro already. Sing it, Brina, in all caps. Like, yeah, like I don't even know. I can't even like explain. I just love it. Like, I am constantly going back to this one. I think this is the first one that I played like in the car, listening to any of the album for the first time, besides Manchild, obviously. But yeah, I love this song. I love this song. Don't relate to it in the slightest, but I love it so much and I will blast it. I can't sing like her, but I will try to sing along with it. Like, God, if I sounded like her, I would never shut the hell up. Like,
I think that this song like really like plays with her falsetto and I really like it a lot. And I also think that I love when she does things like this where like it's called sugar talking, but it's talking about her being done with
yeah.
anything that this man is talking about. The sweet talking is not working. And I like that was kind of the vibe of the song. Because when I first saw the title, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like a sweet, a gooey, like kind of lovey track? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's more of a like, this might have worked for you prior. It's not working now, and we're kind of over it kind of vibe. And that felt very Sabrina to me. So I love her like twist on that. That made it a lot of fun for me to listen to. I felt like this one was also a lot softer on like the lyricism, the vocals that she utilized and everything around it. Like this one didn't feel very showy to me.
Yeah.
Uh, where everybody's saying this whole album is too showy sometimes. I think they need to like re-listen to songs like this because I don't feel like she was being dramatic necessarily
Mhm.
in most of the song. It was like, you filled my whole apartment with flowers that
That's
die. The first to open your wallet, the last one to flag, a heart only breaks so many times. Like this one made me really sad, but it was also, I think, reminded me a lot of like emails I can't send, that raw emotion that she can have sometimes to really paint a picture of how she's feeling in a moment. So I really like it too. I haven't gone back to it, I think, as much as you have yet, but I do enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know me. I love like the slower songs. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Like I even if I don't necessarily like reach for them all the time because I'm not in the mood to listen to them, like I still love them like so much.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like even think about really what I was thinking the song was going to sound like based on the title either. But like now that you've said like you thought it was going to be like some lovey-dovey kind of thing and it's actually her saying like no, I'm done. Like go away. I was like, "Oh, okay." Being caught paying attention and not causing things, I guess. But that does feel very like Sabrina. Like you kind of are expecting one thing and then it's like, surprise, we're going in the opposite direction.
Well,
Um,
that it's why I think it's so funny that everybody's always saying like she does the same thing all the time. I was like, I don't really think in the way that you think that means. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I feel like people think she's really raunchy sometimes or really like sensual, which she is in a lot of moments, but she's also just like in the best way, like very firm, very direct. And I thought that was a song that really like showcased her being like very direct in a different way. Like I feel like that's just directness through the rest of the album too.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a fave. We'll have to talk about our rankings after this, actually.
Yes.
Um, that's an important one. Really laughing because I know what I have written down for this one. We almost broke up again last night.
What were you gonna say?
That's what it sounds like to me, or what part of the chorus sounds like to me.
Oh
Um,
yes. I
yeah,
forgot about this.
yeah. So I'll start at the top of my thoughts. So I wrote, oh, another slow one with a bunch of question marks. This one's like kind of slow, but also not really. It's like kind of
Mhm.
in the middle somewhere. Again, obsessed with the layered vocals, and I wrote, what is that? I don't know what that was referencing. I said, ugh, girl who keeps hurting you, sister.
For real. Someone save her.
No, oh my gosh, we gotta get you someone that's actually like good for you, ma'am, and won't hurt you. Oh my gosh, the sigh at the end was just kind of funny and very unexpected. Like I wasn't thinking about like I didn't think I was like, oh, okay, got it. Like that's just the kind of vibe of the song. It's just like, okay, because it's talking about that back and forth of like, oh, we're good, and then we're not. Oh, we're good, and then we're not, and that sort
The
of thing.
rubber band again.
Yeah, just that like ping pong back and forth between like being great, not being good, and all that. But yeah, like I this song makes me laugh, even though like the content of the song not funny. But like the beginning part of the chorus, and other people have clocked this as well. Thank goodness
Mhm.
I've discovered those TikToks because I felt insane. Um, it sounds like the Rip Pants song from SpongeBob to
And you
me.
know what? If you really think about it, just kidding. There's no actual correlations, but it is very funny.
Yeah, like, and I've been seeing some other people saying like some other songs kind of sound like one from High School Musical, and then
Mhm.
like there was a whole TikTok of like thing like comparisons between Sabrina songs and then like the songs people are like being reminded of and stuff like that. Some of them I heard, others I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. But the Rip Pants one, absolutely,
So
it
funny.
fits. It fits, and my mom agrees. So
Hey, we got the mom vouch. So
the
like
most
that's all
important
we
thing.
need here.
Anyway, what did you think about this when you first heard it?
Um, I thought of like at the end with the sigh, I was like, it reminds me of the beginning of Man Child, um, with when she starts with the sigh. And I was like, dang, this girl is just sighing through this whole album. Like she is tired. Like I was exhausted for her. Um, I really liked it. There were some lyrics where it took me out a little se for a second, like the we had our sex and then we made amends. That's right. Called it a false alarm. Um, and I felt like it was just I was like, whoa, like we're talking about directly what's happening here, like w taking us into like the moments of that,
Yeah.
which I didn't expect. But I felt like it was again doing one of those things where she's utilizing that push and pull really easily of the I love yous, then we were yelling at each other. We're almost so close to like breaking it off and coming clean from the situation. And it just made me really sad too. I was like, oh, I hate men.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like it's still like not a negative sounding song to me. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
it's sad, but she's putting herself in this situation too. Like it's not just like this man
Is
was the
doing this to me.
Mhm. We're doing it to each other, which
Yeah.
I thought was really interesting because I'm like, I want to know, like, I don't need to be parasocial that far into what's happening, but what happened? Let me
No.
know. Were you both hurting each other? What's going on? But I think that the lyrics are really, really good. I feel like they tell that story of almost being on the edge of something happening. And again, I'm bitchless, so like I don't really know what's going on in situations
Same.
like this. But I do feel like watching my friends go through relationships and being the person that they call when they're going through these thoughts, I was like, this sounds about right. Of like that, oh, but it's fine. But also, no, we're not. And also tomorrow we're kind of fine again. And I was like, "Ugh, just break up."
Yeah, that's just like back and forth. It's like, oh my gosh, like you must be so tired, like going through
Mhm.
that. Like that sounds exhausting. Nobody's son. Do you want to go first? I feel like we switched.
Let me pull up my notes on this one because I actually do have a lot to say about this one.
Nice.
I really like this song. This is one of my favorites on the album. I think it's really popping up there. I'm very much the kind of person that ends up really liking the have bouncy happy tracks. So like House Tour is one of my favorites. When Did You Get So Hot is one of my favorites. Like I love like the quirky little happy things. But this song still like captured my attention somehow. Like the first time that I was listening to it, I felt like a lot of this felt too relatable. I think that that was the problem with it. It's like t taking a step out of the relationship side of things and like being the person that doesn't have like I don't know, a good person in their corner, but you're watching other people have those good relationships and you're just noticing how bad that situation had been. You know, all my friends are in love and I'm the one they call for a third wheeling. Should have guessed he's like the rest. Kind of one of those things where it's like you're trying to put yourself out there,
Yeah.
but people suck. And the production on this one, the just everything about it,
The whip
the
sounds.
I can't stop listening to the TikToks where people are dancing to that part of the song specifically.
Oh, yeah.
That boy is corrupt. It's so good. It keeps the chorus and the bridge going really smoothly for me, and it seems like a very danceable one too. So I'm very interested to see if we get like a little fun kind of dance with that on TikTok coming up too.
Ooh, maybe. That's a good point. I feel like a lot of these can be like very dancey, and I've seen again jump ahead that the man-child dance fits with go-go juice.
Yes.
If you just do it a little bit faster, it fits. So
Mhm.
let's see what do I have written down for this one. I said the synth is really fun, and this
Mhm.
that one stuck out to me. And I said it was intriguing sounding, and in the lyrics, whatever the hell that means. Um, yeah, yeah, the whip sounds got me. And like I said earlier, like I thought it was only in that like little bridge part. It's not. It's the whole song. And the fact that it continues into the next one is so good. It's like that theme from this song kind of continuing into the next one, which I liked. And I wrote that something about this one sounds familiar too, but I don't know like what I think it sounds like. Because that's just how my brain works. It's like I hear something and I'm like, ooh, I feel like I've heard something like this before. But then it's like I can't find whatever that is.
Mhm.
So that's annoying. But I think when I first heard it, I wasn't 100% sure on it, but I've definitely
Mhm.
like coming around on it. And like I think some of that is the lyrics too, and like realizing what she's saying and then like hearing little other things as they're going is like, oh, okay. And it's like making it move up my ranks. But yeah, this one, I don't know where I would put it in my ranking actually. but it's somewhere. It's probably towards the top, I would say. I don't know.
Yeah. It took me a couple listens to get fully up there, but I also loved the beginning. It reminded me of Emails I Can't Send. I was like, why are you always talking to yourself in these songs, girl, like that? Hi, I hope you're great. I think it's time we took a
Oh,
break so we I can grow emotionally. All in quotes, like her, like she loves those things like skinny dipping.
yeah.
Ah, respect on Skinny Dipping's name. Sorry. But I love when she does that. Those little like side chats kind of bringing us into like the discussion points in songs. I think that's always a little fun. So I liked how she opened it with that too.
Yeah, I think actually that just reminded me of what I was talking about when I wrote down this is intriguing sounding and in the lyrics. That's what I was talking about is that it opens up, it sounds like she's the one saying it, and then there's like a little break, and then it continues on and you find out, oh, that's what he said to her. And God is like setting up the story that way, but it's like it kind of switches on you with that little break. Okay,
Yeah.
fabulous. I love we're kind of on the same page. I feel like we're picking out a lot of like very similar or the exact same like pieces of the song that stuck out to us. We truly share a brain cell. It's a
We do. We really do. We've also been chatting about this too. So I feel like I'm like, remember what you were thinking at the beginning too, Missy, not just what you've been yapping about all the past 3 days.
I know, yeah. Like even with just like the tweets and stuff that I've seen too, I'm like, I gotta make sure I like pull in these thoughts because I feel like it relates to what I've written down. Okay. Never getting laid.
She wrote the song about me. No, I'm just kidding.
Me, well, she wrote it down about us. How cool.
Do you want to go first on this one?
Sure. So the first thing I have written down is, ooh, the transition from Nobody's Son into this one was sick because it is like it flows perfectly right into this one. I feel like I have to listen to those two in this exact order, and I can never separate them. I mean, I have,
Nice.
but like they run together like very nicely. Um, the line where she says, "Boy, I know where you live," just made me laugh. This is another one where I wrote Sabrina who keeps hurting you, and then not a Miller Lite with that lyric.
That cracked me up though, because like I love when she does that thing where she's like, call up the boys, crack a Miller Lite.
Watch the
Girls
fight.
are stressful, huh? Like she is so annoying. I love her.
But I mean, that's just her, like that's just her. That's just
Mhm.
Sabrina, like being Sabrina. And then I wrote her name in all caps. Don't know what that was referencing. I said, "Don't mess with Taurus, especially Miss Brina," which is true because she's not playing around. And I think that was just referencing like all of the like the lyrics, and they're just like, "I hope that you have to be stuck inside for the rest of your life." The agoraphobia thing, which
So funny.
I've seen a lot of people talking about that and being like, I never, like, I had to look up that word. Like, was this English class? And I was like, huh? Did we not watch Inside by Bo Burnham?
Right.
That's full agoraphobic in one of the songs. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. I got it right away. Oh, and
Yeah.
people are like up in arms about that lyric, actually. They're saying, like, oh, like, I have it and I would never wish that on my worst enemy. And it's like, I fear that's the point of the song.
Yeah, I was like, it's not like she's telling her best friend to get agoraphobia. And like, I thought that it painted a really fun picture of like her saying, like, I love you. I just hope you like can't leave your house. And then also the days are sunny and you have to look outside and you can't do anything about it. Like that is some severe like you
Anger.
wouldn't say that just to somebody randomly, like this person obviously did her wrong. So I would maybe tell them to get agoraphobia and have to watch other people have fun outside.
Like, yeah, I'm like, that's kind of like the point. Like, she is mad at this person and wishing them a lifetime of never getting laid. Like, they can't go outside. They can't do anything. Like, you know what I mean? So, oh gosh, I feel like I had another thing in mind that I wanted to say about this song and suddenly I'm forgetting about it. Um, oh God, where did that thought even go? Like, it
Oh
just
no.
flew out of my brain. Um, gosh, where did it go? What was I thinking? I don't know if that's ever coming back.
That's
Um,
okay.
oh, that's fun. Well, the whip sounds continuing in the song was fun. I did.
Yes.
That's not what I wanted to say though. Oh, the ending part where it's like at the end of the rainbow or whatever. It kind of sounds like Summer of the Rainbow. I don't know if that's what she was going
Oh.
for, like an interpolation of that song. I have no idea. But that's the
Interesting.
first thing I thought of when I heard, especially with that lyric. I was like, oh, oh, are we playing around? Are we playing around with that? Is that what we're going for? But
That's interesting.
I don't know. Damn, I really don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We can
God,
always come back to it if you do remember.
that's the key word if. If I don't know if I will. But that's okay. Next one. When did you get hot?
My number one. I love this song. Um, I just I've been watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. So like I was thinking about like those characters too, and I kept seeing edits of it, and I was like, why do they all these pop girls like have songs that make so much sense with all of these shows that I watch? And with that one, it's like about cousins and friends that went to a lake every summer. Like they hung out at a lake house all the time, grew up together, and then they eventually are like, there's a love triangle. Some of them fall in love with each other, and it's like over a summer of like, wow, like all of a sudden I'm interested in you. You're not just a friend. And so it really reminded me of Belly and Conrad. Anybody in the comments understand? Um, but I thought this one was just fun. I've never heard of someone like a woman talk about this kind of experience of like someone kind of glowing up and all of a sudden finding like new interest, seeing somebody in new eyes. Um, but it didn't feel like overly like sexual, like sometimes when men see women that they haven't seen in a really long time and they find them attractive, then they're like a little weird about it.
Yeah.
Like I felt like she was kind of playing with that a little bit, but like it didn't feel as gross, if that makes sense. It just felt like, hey, like what's going on with you? Like I love when she's super flirty and fun. And I, like you said before, like I feel like this is where I saw the shift in the album starting to come. I was like, oh, we're here. This is gonna be Missy's favorite part of the album because we're gonna get all weird and freaky, and funny. And I thought her lyricism in this one was a lot of fun too. Like, I bet your light rod's like bigger than Zeus's. Who says that about someone? And also very funny to see, hey, wait, can you lift my car with your hand? Girl, be
Yeah.
so for real.
I was like, what? Okay, sure. Sure, girl.
It's
What?
just like it's so funny, and it just does really feel like she's like talking on the spot in those moments. Like just flirting, trying to flirt with someone. And I don't know, I really enjoy it. It's got like that really fun bass beat in it too that keeps it like coming back into the choruses all the time. That just is like this like sexy little beat that I think is just going to be fun to hear live. With the instrumentation there, I really hope they do all live instruments with this because I think they could do some fun things and add shakers in and things like that too to make it a little bit more like, I don't know, like R&B vibe. Like you said, R&B Brina, I think shows up in this
Yeah.
with the lower vocal register that she does in moments. The way that she does those little like falsetto high notes for like 3 or 4 seconds. Um, and the pre-chorus and the chorus. I just think that it was a really fun song
Yeah.
um, that I need to hear live.
Oh my God, like that wasn't even a thought in my mind until you just said it. And now I'm like, oh my God, yes, yes, this needs to be on the set list when she tours this album, inevitably. Yeah, it's gonna be like being able to like feel that bass like in the whole
Hmm.
whatever she is playing, that's gonna be amazing to like really like feel that in your whole body. But yeah, this one, I would say this one took me a second too. I wasn't sure about it at first. But as with all the other songs with more listens, I was like, oh wait. But I feel like to go back to those two lyrics of like, oh, like what are you saying, girl? And just it's giving the vibe that she's like kind of flirting. I feel like, sometimes not that I've ever done this, but like sometimes maybe like when you're trying to flirt with someone, it's not gonna come out quite right. I feel like
Hmm.
that kind of like emulates that where it's like you just say kind of weird things just cause, or just because you're so like intimidated by it's like, oh, this person is very attractive and I want them to like me back. And it just, doesn't come out quite right. So that's what those lines make me think of. But I had this written down. Is this considered R&Brina? Because
Yes.
the bass and just like the vibe of the song. So I'm glad
Mhm.
we're on the same page there and that I'm way off base with that. And I guess I like the ending of this one. I cannot at the moment recall what the ending of this one sounds like, but I like it, apparently.
And this is the one, oh, I forgot to, it's the one with the glass breaking.
Oh,
That it
yes.
took a couple listens to hear when she does the high notes. And I felt like it just raised everything in that moment for me of like just like the glass shattering of her trying to be like this sensual person, but kind of like not epically failing, but like being very like true to herself. I
Yes.
felt like that made it even higher for me after going into that last chorus. So I love that. Thank you, Jack Antonoff.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. And thank you for reminding me about the glass breaking because I really did not hear that. Or I just didn't think anything of it. Obviously, like I heard it playing the song, but I wasn't listening like to that part. I was really focusing just on the vocals and being like, "Yeah, sing it, girl."
Yes,
No.
those high vocals were cute. I love them.
Mhm. Yes. Okay. Go-go juice. Oh my
Your
gosh. Wow.
fans.
We're really yapping. This free meeting will end in 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, us. This video is going to be amazingly long, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
Okay. But we're almost towards the end of the album, or we are towards the end of the album, so I feel like maybe we can get there in 10 minutes, or maybe we'll need to do a third one, but it's okay. Go-go juice. I have a lot written down, and a lot of it's in all caps. I
Go. What do you got?
This one is another one where it kind of like faked me out. I wasn't sure in the beginning about it, but then when we got to the chorus, I was like, oh, I love this song. This is for me. I love this. It's like kind of a country bop. I got very excited about it. And that's like most of what my comments are. Um, like, yeah, it's a country type bop. She did this for me. I need a whole country album, Sabrina. Where is it? And then the slowdown, it kind of reminded me of Coincidence with like the gang vocal, around the
Yes.
fire kind of vibe. And then I didn't realize because this was a moment in the song where it was kind of hard for me to like actually hear what was being said. And then some of the like laughing and the extra stuff in the background like just kind of muddied it for me. And maybe I should have just watched the lyric video and then I would have gotten my answers. But I was seeing people talk about in that part, she's saying the words and like saying these sentences like she is drunk. So like, do you mean and should we hooks up and like just like slurring her words and stuff like that, like she's drunk, which I didn't notice at first because obviously I couldn't hear it. But I think that's a fun little element. And just that whole part of the song is just so much fun. And I feel like it would be really fun live too. So need to hear that one live. Sabrina, if you're watching, I'm sure you are. Please have it on your set list because it is incredible. I love the song. It's just so fun. Like it's definitely towards the top for me. Absolutely. Definitely one of my favorites. But oh, and then Not a Boy That's Fruity. I wrote that. I was like, oh my gosh, Sabrina.
She
But also,
loves a fruity man. She really does. And I
yeah,
can't blame her.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I love this one. It's definitely a top favorite for sure. What about you?
I really like it too. I think that you bringing up coincidence, it reminded me too, because the da 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 da, like that part and the bridge, like that's where I was kind of like, oh, this sounds familiar. This sounds interesting. I really like it. I think I put peak Brina here, with talking about just like getting drunk and trying to forget about what's going on with this situation and making the best of it. Um, Go-Go Juice was, I feel like, a very interesting way to explain that. I felt like it was going to be more of a disco track when I heard that because I was like, Go-Go Juice. I was like, what's going on here? Like roller skating, like song, like, but it threw me off in that way because it was more, like you said, country leaning. But I still think it makes sense there too. But I immediately was like, oh, this is going to be like an ABBA disco track kind of thing. So, which comes later too. I see the ABBA influences, but I do really like this song. It's not grown on me fully yet. I think hearing it a couple more times, I'll probably like it'll end up being in my top because it's one of those quirky, fun. sensual Sabrina songs that I always really end up enjoying. I had to pause though at like the first verse when she said, "Love when happy hour comes at 10 a.m. o'clock."
I know. Yeah, I wrote that was wrote down. I was like 10 a.m. o'clock. I was like hello, and then I was like, oh, I got it. She's drunk. Duh.
Mhm, mhm.
Not supposed to make sense.
Yeah, after listening to the rest of it, I was like, okay, like now I understand, but I had to be like, what is happening here? But I do think that it's fun. I think it'll be fun live. I think the lyrics, which we talked about, I think at the beginning too, like is playful enough that people can figure out who she might be talking about here with some
Potentially.
of the guys. Like the villain line specifically, I do think that people are going to put two and two together. John and Larry are a little bit more gray where I don't feel like we can really know, but it also might like I was like, is she playing with the idea that these guys were kind of boring? And then this villain guy, is he a little different? Like why are we calling him out in a
Yeah.
specific like on his own kind of thing? Um,
Nah.
so I don't know. But I do think it showcased the spiraling that comes when you're drunk. Sorry, it just froze on me. Is it frozen on your end?
No.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I can't see you anymore. Oh no.
Uh-oh. Well, you're not frozen for me.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep going then. Um, I feel like like I was saying, it showcases like the drunk persona pretty well because she's just saying things to say things at certain points. And she just keeps repeating herself. So I thought that that was a fun little play on it too.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very true. You're back.
Right.
We did not enjoy the fact that we have a lot to say. We had to wait 10 minutes before this section, but we survived. We've only got,
Yes.
what, 3 songs left and then our ranking to talk about.
We're getting there. We're pushing through.
Say, I was so confident. I was like, oh, this last 10 minutes of the last section will be totally fine. We'll be able to finish. No, we talked about one song. We talked about one song.
Sorry, Brina.
That's okay. Hey, you know, she'll surely appreciate that we have a lot to say about all the songs and our analyses and our thoughts and feelings and things like that. Because obviously she's
Obviously.
watching this
Yeah,
video.
she's waiting. So like there's that.
Exactly. Okay, so we are at Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. Do you want to start off on this one?
Mm. I really liked the title of this one when I first saw it. I was like, oh, this is going to be snarky, and I was right. Um, it was calm-ish in like the production, like very like echoey, angel-like vocals, like high register. But the lyrics like were slicing and dicing, so I loved that juxtaposition between the two of them. I loved silent treatment and humbling your ass. Well, that's some of my best work. And I was like, clock it, clock it.
Mhm.
And I do love the kind of don't worry, I'll make you worry. Don't worry about that. I have that covered for you. Like that kind of vibe of the song. Um, and it just kind of showcases her building up that strength again. After all of the kind of messing with her head and the stress that was coming from the beginning of the album. So I really liked it. It's one that I don't come back to as much quite yet, but it's definitely one that I'm like thinking more and more about the lyrics as I listen to it every single time of like um it felt very much like a picture. Like I could watch her like, driving down the road, thinking through all of these things and like, I don't know, it was very like strong in my head of her being with herself in that moment and thinking through all of these things that are happening and kind of like not like a witchy kind of vibe, but a little bit of
Yeah.
like plotting.
Yeah.
So I liked it a lot.
This one, I wasn't sure about it, and I would say this one is also not one that I'm like super duper reaching for. It is like slower than Sugar Talking
Mhm.
is. Um, and this one, I have this written down too. It has Don't Smile vibes in the sound.
Mhm.
It kind of
Mhm.
reminded me of with like all the like kind of the echoey parts and like the higher like vocals and register and whatnot. And yeah, just like the whole vibe had very like don't smile kind of vibes to me. And there's an instrument in there that I've written down. It sounds kind of country. I think it's like a mandolin, maybe like somewhere in the
Mm.
because I feel like It's not a banjo, but it has banjo vibes, and I feel like the mandolin is like the only thing that I can think of that has that. But I don't know. This is another one where I was like, do not miss with a Taurus person. Like, just don't, because the lyrics are like very like cutting, and I just feel very represented by this song.
I
For those
love
who
this for
don't
you.
know, I am also Taurus, and my birthday is actually very close to Sabrina's. So I was like, oh, oh, this is very me. This is very me. But yeah, it is not one that I like am reaching for a lot at the moment, just because it is kind of like slower. But I do like the lyrics and like kind of the picture that she's painting in there. And it kind of reminds me of Never Getting Laid, like that sort of
Mm.
vibe in the lyric
Mhm.
of just like the snark there. So yeah, and then the whisper at the end. There was a whisper somewhere that she did. And I liked it. I wrote it in all caps, and then there was something after it that I wrote hell yeah to, but I don't know what that's referencing. Um, but yeah, this one, yeah. I'll need this song maybe in like a I need a like chill moment, but it's definitely not one that I'm gonna like be grabbing for all of the time, which don't kill me, internet, please.
Please. We still love it.
I come in peace. Um, I'm still listening to the song. I'm still listening to the whole album at this point. Like I have not moved on to like only grabbing certain songs. Like I promise. Um, House Tour.
Okay, so this is another one of my favorites. I just feel like, well, I love the production. I love the like kind of like vibrant, like almost like it reminded me of those. I don't know if you've seen him on TikTok, but he does like those like jazzercise kind of like dance exercise videos. It's
Mhm.
this guy and he does it with two of his friends that are
The girls.
women. Yeah.
Okay,
And
yes. I think I follow him. I can't remember what his name is.
I can't either right now. I'm gonna be so mad because I see him all the time. He just did like a K-pop Demon Hunters one, and they did some like edits in it, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
But
I
it
can see
felt
his
like,
face.
yeah, I felt like it would be something he would do, like a jazzercise kind of like vibe. Like I could see like everybody making those edits on TikTok where it's just a bunch of like 80s moms dancing to this song. Um,
Honestly, yeah.
yeah, got the warmers on. Like I felt like it was very much a pump up song. Um, I love the lyrics in the song. It's just very tongue in cheek, like I've said a million times already. But um, the house tour and like that language just following around the entire song of like first, second, third floor. And the backdoor line took me out. Took me out. I was like, oh my God. That
Yeah.
was when I was like, Jensen maybe might not want to listen to this one with her mom either.
Hey, I've played that one for her and she didn't say anything about it. I think that just like the instrumental is just like so like loud and like
Mm.
whatever that she's not paying attention. And also she's driving, so she's focusing on that more than what's happening. But that one, that part of the chorus or that chorus specifically got spoiled for me on Twitter. I saw that. Somebody screenshotted it. So I knew that was coming, but I just didn't know when. And it was still like just surprising to hear it, like actually like hear her actually saying it. This one I wrote in all caps, like everything about this song pretty much. I was like, oh my God, this one is so fun. It also reminds me of something, but I don't know what. At the bottom, I have it reminds me of the Full House theme song for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh.
Maybe like that intro like drum beat maybe kind of reminds me of the theme song.
Mm.
Maybe that's what it was. But I feel like it's also very similar to Tears.
Yeah.
And I've seen people making comparisons between the like chita sound in Tears and then the take your shoes off or whatever.
Shoes
Um,
off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like just the way that she says it, they're like, oh, is that like is take your shoes off? Like if you reverse it, is it chikita? Like does it like that sort of thing? Which I don't know. I don't think it would work, but who knows? Somebody smarter than me and better at technology can probably figure it out. But yeah, like this song is just so fun. It's very like Barbie. I've seen someone else say it.
Mhm.
It's just so fun and like tongue in cheek, like you were saying, definitely. Um, I wasn't sure about it at first, but now I'm just like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. Like I just can't stop listening to it. Very iconic line, my house is on Pretty Girl Avenue. I love that lyric. I feel like people are going to be doing a lot with that. Definitely like great Instagram caption, honestly.
I just thought about like the tour. I was like, do you think like she'll have something with Pretty Girl Avenue? Like, what if that's like a VIP package or like something that you can put um in like one of the photo ops or something where you can take a picture at Pretty Girl Avenue? Sabrina, take that, please.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think that would be so cute.
it would, but it would be even cuter if we are there.
That's true. Actually, don't do it if I'm not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I'll be really upset if you do that with me not there.
Exactly. Like, please invite us. Thank you.
Yes,
We yapped so long about your album. Don't you appreciate it? Anyway,
exactly.
I love the
I
song.
love.
It's fun. It's definitely towards the top for me. Um,
Mhm.
my ranking. Trying to see if I had anything else written about it. Just Sabrina with a bunch of exclamation points afterwards, I think just from the lyrics.
The
'Cause
French again. I was like, she loves a little French moment in her songs. Um,
was this
so I love that.
where was that in
Hmm.
House Tour? Am I remembering that wrong?
Oh, is it in Goodbye? Am
Yeah,
I jumping ahead?
I think so.
Oh no.
That's okay. That's okay. We can jump right to it. So goodbye.
Yes, Goodbye. Well, I did like the French in it. Um, but I also thought that this was a really good closing track. It just felt like the ending scene of like a Western movie to me, with
Okay.
like the I don't know, the production getting like louder as her vocals got louder during like the goodbye part of the chorus. Um, and it just felt like you could have added like horse sounds in the back of it and it would have been like riding off into like the end of this album. So I felt like it was a really good send off because of that, but also because she's basically calling it quits. Like, we're done with all the mess. This is the end of all of everything that she's been talking about the rest of the album. Um, so I feel like, I just felt like it made sense for the end of the album. I do think, unfortunately, a lot of times with the ending tracks of albums, I go back to them the least I've noticed. And I don't know, especially with Sabrina, and I
Mhm.
think it's usually because they are slower ones.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like with a lot of the closing tracks, I end up going to them less. But I did love the Sayonara Adios on the flip side, Cheerio. Like, I thought that was very funny and clever to have all of the different languages in it too. So,
Yeah.
and ending with Get Home Safe was hilarious to me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that makes me laugh every time. And it's just like a very like, I'm safe. Just kind of like whatever. Like I
Sorry.
don't really care. Like get out of my life. You know what I mean? Like a very kind of snarky, like get home safe. This one, I thought it was going to be slower because I feel like the last songs on her albums usually are kind of slower, and that's kind of been the track record for the two albums that I started with Emails I Can't Send and then move forward. Obviously, I've listened to the older stuff too, but just from those two, you know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
so I thought it was going to be slow, but then it definitely picked up and got very loud, and it felt like very, I don't know if cinematic is the right word, just with some of
Yeah.
the strings, definitely. Um,
Hmm.
and I feel like them kind of like fading out at the end like that was just a very like good finalized like she's saying goodbye overall because it's the last song also and it's called Goodbye. I don't know if any of that made sense, but that's okay.
No, makes sense.
Apparently it's also reminding me of something. I hate that I write that for like half the songs on the album, but it's true. But yeah, I liked all of the other languages and just like making fun of the guy being like, well, you're not bilingual, but you should understand this, like after saying all the goodbyes in the different languages and stuff like that. And the Spanish, very much appreciated that. I know a lot of people were excited about that.
Mhm.
And then the like cute tata, I thought that was so funny. It took me out for a second. I was like, oh, okay, okay, cool, awesome. But yeah, it's very fun. But this one, I don't know. I feel like I listen to it a lot, but I feel like I'm not grabbing for it a lot. Like I'm
Mhm.
listening to the album like in it as a whole still right now, but I'm not like if I'm gonna grab for a song, it might not be this one.
Mhm.
But sometimes I might need this, in the moment. So it's a good song, definitely. But I don't know how much I'm gonna be grabbing for it. But I do enjoy it. It's very like just sassy and fun.
So Sabrina, yeah.
Home safe, obviously, yeah. Like I love that. I was like, oh, excellent.
He's just
The
saying
snark.
goodbye.
Excellent. Do you have a ranking? I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm gonna be making it up on the fly.
I think I'm gonna have to make it up on the fly too, but that's okay. I think I know at least like my first couple.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of wing it from there, and then we'll see if this changes. It will probably change within the next month or so. It always does.
Yeah, well, for context, obviously this is getting posted after like I don't know, like maybe 9 days from now. I don't know. That's my plan. But we are filming this on September 1st, so the album's only been out for like 3 days. So
Mhm.
definitely our thoughts are going to change. Like,
Give us grace.
really. They've already changed in like the 3 days that we've had the album. So
Mhm.
anyway, you want to go first with your ranking? Or should
Sure.
I struggle through it? I don't know.
So we got one, house tour. Two, when did you get so hot? Three, nobody's son. Four, sugar talking. Five, man child. Six, go-go juice. Seven, we almost broke up again last night. Eight, never getting laid. Nine, tears. 10, don't worry, I'll make you worry. 11, my man on willpower. And 12, goodbye.
Okay, nice. I feel like our rankings are very different, but also neither of us are confident on our rankings.
No.
So, okay, my ranking is Go-Go Juice for number one, Sugar Talking, Man Child, House Tour, When Did You Get Hot, Nobody's Son, Never Getting Laid, My Man on Willpower, We Almost Broke Up Again Last Night, Goodbye, Tears, and then Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. I'm not very confident in a good portion of these. I would say probably my top four, I'm
Mhm.
confident in. Everything after that, I feel like it's all gonna be moving around. Absolutely. Like I don't feel confident in that placement whatsoever.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the top three for me, I'm 100% sure on, I think for right now at least, but everything else could shift and change. I think I just need more time with it probably, but
Yeah.
I always have, I feel like with Sabrina, I always have like two that I'm like, absolutely yes. These are my top. And then the rest of them like will spawn on me at some point in time. And I'm like, wait, I actually really love this song. Like, Don't Smile was not my favorite song until I had the album for like 6 months. And now it's like one of my favorite Sabrina songs ever. So you never know.
Yeah, I remember like with Short and Sweet Juno. I was not sure about that one. I feel like I put that
Mhm.
one pretty low down on my ranking. I love that song. It's always one that I'm like reaching for. So you never know. You
Never
never know what's
know.
gonna happen with more time. Okay. Well, this was very fun. Thank you for doing this with me. I appreciate it.
Of
Um,
course.
to test out this, I guess, new-ish style of video for me anyway. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed our little yap sesh about man's best friend. And by little yap sesh, I mean very long yap sesh to the point that Zoom was like, no, you cannot start another meeting without waiting for like 10 minutes before I'm ready for you to do that. So I hope you enjoyed this style of video for talking about an album, and I know I already said this, but I had so much fun. Missy, thank you so, so much for test driving this out with me. I had so much fun doing this with you, and I just really appreciate that you were willing to do this with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the millionth time. Again, let us know your rankings for the album, what your thoughts are on the songs, on the album overall, everything, and just thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.